Hello. Welcome to week 18 out here on the PCT. We are hiking about. Deceiver the other day was like, well, we're not going to have any more marathon days. And today we're hiking 26.1 miles. So if you ever wonder what the reason behind the name is, there you go. But we've just got a couple of days before we get into Snoqualmie Pass. And then it's going to be interesting because there have been some fire alerts nearby. So we'll see what we end up doing. But we're going to do what we can, whatever is possible, to just pick up as many miles as we can heading to the border with whatever trails are open and safe to hike. Hart's Path is officially closed to the border. And also technically it's closed from Rainier Pass to the border. And we checked coming from the Canadian side and it's also closed. So we'll see where we end up at the end of this week.
Get my cup out.
Just rocked up on some awesome trail magic, courtesy of Trailblazer and Butterfly. Thank you guys.
I did, I suppose. Yeah, it's tough, and I've went twice, and luckily that's my last battle course that I have to ever go on.
Wow, look at this.
What you got there? Oh,
That's an oval leaf.
good morning. We had a great day yesterday. Had some really awesome trail magic courtesy of Trailblazer and Butterfly, and managed to knock out 28 miles. And I guess that's just what our bodies are used to now. That does mean that we only have about 11 miles to get into Snoqualmie Pass today, which means it's town day, and we are that much closer to getting a lot of food. We're planning on staying there tonight, and then we're just gonna recoup, check out the fire situation ahead of us, and see what our options are. There's town. We made it. Hello. Staying in the family dorm tonight. Got the double bunk.
All for me. Can I join you guys? Absolutely. Look at all this sugar.
These are our great hosts. This cabin is fully volunteer run, and they have been the consummate host, helping us out and cooking dinner and breakfast for us, and it's just been amazing. So thank you guys so much for all your hard work. We hikers really appreciate it.
Amen. Jesus loves you, and so do we.
Yeah, this has been, I think, one of our favorite stays on the hike so far. And so to have this also being so close to the end, it really raises the spirits.
Grace be on y'all.
Thanks, guys. We've climbed from that road so far this morning. I already have dirt on my face. Feeling good. Feeling strong. So we had a bit of a conundrum when we were in town. PCT has put an alert out for this little section of trail just past Snoqualmie, and they advise no day hiking and no overnight camping, just because of the Three Queens fire that's going on nearby. And the Forest Service people we ran into when we talked to them about it heavily implied that if we went on the PCT, got up on the ridge, and the winds changed, high possibility we could get caught in the fire and no one would come to help us. Or if they did, we would be liable for it. So we've actually taken the old PCT just to skirt around that section, and we had quite a bit of a climb this morning, but it felt good. And we had also some incredible views.
Red Pass. Already wrecked and we're starting heading down. Views are incredible. Very impressive. Well, a bit of a fight to get here.
We climbed, let's see, 8.7 miles, 2,400 feet.
Not bad. Yeah. Views are worth it though.
Yeah. So, we are on the old PCT. Maybe somebody knows when they changed the route, but somebody said it was in the 90s. So we still see an old trail marker here, which is really neat. We're following the footsteps of our predecessors.
The switchbacks coming there are quite steep, quite short, all the way down.
Yeah.
It's not there either.
We were just wondering why they rerouted the PCT, but probably because it's sketchy.
Unfortunately, we don't have much of a choice.
Like we're in the Sierras again, but in summer.
No snow.
There's some logs just there you can get to. Yeah, they are.
Good morning. It's a new day. We ended up getting into camp pretty late last night after our reroute, but it was, I would say, a win-win-win. Kept us out of the fire area. We were hiking kind of down in the valley instead of up on the ridge, pretty close to a creek the whole time. And actually, along a lot of parts of the old PCT, we saw one of the most beautiful little backcountry lakes I've ever seen, with just such a beautiful waterfall. It made me wish we were there a little earlier in the day so we could hang out, spend some time there. And we also had a wonderful time, a wonderful stay in Snoqualmie Pass at the Washington Alpine Club. Those guys who are volunteers there are just awesome, so generous, cooked us dinner and breakfast, and it was really nice getting to talk to some of the Sobos that were also staying there as well. So I think it's probably, at least for me, my favorite stay so far on the trail. We're actually going to be heading into Leavenworth tomorrow already, which feels crazy. Hopefully it looks like there's going to be some rain coming in over the weekend here. We are hoping that it will help get the, the Giants fire. That's why they closed Rainier Pass under control, and that maybe we'll still have a shot at making it to the border. So then I go to dig my hole this morning and I pass by someone else's hole, which I know because there was just used TP everywhere that this person just stuck a rock on top of. And it's like, come on, dude, did you even try? That's where I draw the line. I'm not packing out someone else's used TP. Anyways, thanks for listening. That makes me feel a lot better.
Turning up with poor convents full of poor religious people and butchering them. Defenceless. Entirely sure that's part of your warrior code, but how?
At long last, the return of my favorite kind of outdoor toilet. That was a very nice experience. Although the only bad thing is there are a lot of mosquitoes in this area. So I do have a new bite. But this morning we got treated. We passed a trail runner who had packed out avocados to hand out to any thru hikers he saw. So now I've got an avocado. And yesterday in the morning, I'm really kicking myself for not getting their names, but we passed a couple who was hiking south, just out for a quick trip, and friends of the vlog. So I hope they have a really, oh my gosh, there's another toilet right here. I hope they have a really great rest of their trip. Said hi, spoke to them for just a second. And then later in the evening, right before our dump truck challenge, we ran into Mel, who we met in Julian, which is, I think, first, maybe second week of the trail, very early on. Saw her again off and on. Saw her at Walker Pass right before we got off trail to go to a wedding, and she'd been planning on skipping ahead and maybe flipping back down later. And so I have so much respect for her. She's from Germany, but she's just having the time of her life out here. I think she went to a World Cup game. She went and saw like the Seattle women's or San Francisco women's basketball team. She's just having a great time. So we passed her. She's going sobo now, which was so fun to just catch up, hear what she's been up to, and hopefully we will see her again at Trail Days. We've got 11 miles this morning into Leavenworth, which should be a good time, at least for me, if not necessarily for Deceiver. You can see the smokes rolling in here. We are getting off. We've got a ride with a very nice man we met last night on trail, Kevin. He's offered to take us into Leavenworth, where we can hopefully avoid a lot of the smoke that's rolling in, and even better, hopefully the rain that's coming in tomorrow we'll clear out the smoke and the fire, and then we'll just go straight to Canada.
But in Idaho, there's so few people versus their birds over there. So yeah, because this smoking in Germany, you know, there's a problem.
Prost! We're set up here at the campground for a couple of nights. We did get a pretty good bend in our stakes trying to hammer into the hard packed ground here, but that's okay. We've got an extra. We only need them for another week anyways. And zeroing here in Leavenworth tomorrow. I don't know if it'll rain here, but hopefully it will rain a little further north for us.